Kamakhya is the center point of the earth.
This Boro tribe, they are said to be the descendants of Manasura.
Your superest government, I say, you are protecting these tribes. I am very happy. Researchers come here and research what's the beauty of Assam. I am Rohini Subbarathnam from Kanchana, a village. My father was a great musicologist, Padma Shri Awardee, Mahamohopadhyaya Dr. Rasatanayana. My father-in-law was a greatest musician of Carnatic music. He propagated music full to South Canara, the important part of Karnataka. Because of him, today that land is very rich in Karnataka music. My husband was a very famous violinist. My daughters, you have
Great.
listened to her. She is my granddaughter. I have a grandson. Third daughter is in America. She is my granddaughter, a daughter of a great mridangist. He is my son-in-law. She is a brilliant girl. She is now she is learning from the greatest violinist of our India, Kumareshan sir, doing her degree in
Third year.
I'm doing my degree in psychology, literature and journalism. I'm interested in everything Indian. So,
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.
Namaskarams to everybody.
ನಾವು ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಪ್ರಸಾದ್ ಹೆಬ್ಬಾರ್ ಅವರ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪುಣ್ಯದ ಫಲದಿಂದಲೋ ಏನೋ ನಾವು ಈ ಅತಿರುದ್ರ ಯಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಬಂದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಒಂದು ದೈವಿಕವಾದ ಸಮಯವನ್ನು ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಜೊತೆಯನ್ನು ಸಂಪಾದನೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು
On the behest of Sri Vishnu Hebbar ji and probably Punya we have done some good karma we have done. We've had the opportunity and the blessings to come into this beautiful yagna, Atirudra Mahayaga that happened here on this Punya Bhumi, Punya Kshetra, which is such a wonderful, blessed space.
ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಎಂಥ ಸಮಯ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಗುಪ್ತವಾಗಿದ್ದ ಈಶ್ವರ ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರಕಟವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ದೇವರು.
This is such a amazing time where that Ishvara that was Gupta, the Ishvara who was secret, who had chosen to be hidden until now, has shown himself to the world.
ಈ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲೇ ಅನೇಕ ಸಂಗತಿಗಳು ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯಿತು. ಈ ಅಸ್ಸಾಮು ಎಂತಹ ಪುಣ್ಯಭೂಮಿ, ಯಾಕಾಗಿ ಪುಣ್ಯಭೂಮಿ, ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದ ಒಂದು ಕೀರ್ತಿ ಪತಾಕೆ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಧೂರದ ತರಹ ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಯಾಕಿದೆ ಅಂತ.
During this event or when we landed here, we started realizing why Assam is the pride of India, why it is like a tilak here for the country, why it is such a hub of culture and tradition.
ಮೊದಲಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇದು ಮಾತೃಭೂಮಿ, ಆರಾಧನೆಯನ್ನು ಒಳಗೊಂಡಂತಹ ಭೂಮಿ ಇದು.
To start off, the first thing you can call Assam is the land of our mother, the land of Jagannatha.
ಫಸ್ಟು ಕಾಮಾಖ್ಯ ಹೇಳೋಣ. ಕಾಮಾಖ್ಯ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅರ್ತ್. ದ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದೇರ್. That is in Sri Chakra, Sri Vidya, it is called Bindu. The Bindu hole in Sri Chakra, Bindu is the point of the house of Lalita Tripura Sundari. It is in Kamakhya. In whole world, Kamakhya is that Bindu point. So it is a very most important Punya Bhumi of Tai, that is Matru, is Kamakhya. Then we come to Ishvara. We have already seen that Gupteswar. I have seen both that Punya Kshetras at a time from ಒಂದೇ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದನ್ನು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ನಾನು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಪ್ರಕಟಿತನಾಗಿದ್ದ ತಂದೆ ಶಿವ ಈಗ ಪ್ರಕಟವಾದ, ಪ್ರಕಟಿತಳಾದ ತಾಯಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸುಲಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಣಲ್ಲ, ಅವಳು ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಆ ತಾಯಿಯನ್ನು ಸಹ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ.
So during this, we had the divine opportunity to look at two specific things here. One, that Shiva who had not embodied himself until now, who had not shown himself until now, who is Gupta, has finally shown us what his form. He's finally come in front of us and say, "Ha, look, take a look at me. This is what I am here in Assam. This is my Rupa." And that Jaganmata, that Kamakhya, she's the creator. So she who is already present, she was not really easy to say. You see, she was like
She's also a Gupta type. She is also Gupta. Yes.
We had to work to see her. There was a time, there was a taste, there was everything. We had to wait. She tested our limits and then she let us see us. So this is one similarity that is there between Shiva and Shakti.
Yes. In art form, ಇನ್ನು ಕಲೆಯ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ,
when we look at it in the aspect of fine arts,
ಶಿವಶಕ್ತಿಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಶಿವ, ನಾವು ಇದಕ್ಕೀಗ ನಾಟ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋಣ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನಿವತ್ತು ಆ ನೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಆ ಟ್ರೈಬಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ದು ವಿಷಯಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನಿವಾಗ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ.
Okay, now we are going to come on to the Natya Shastra, and we are also going to talk about that dance that we just had the opportunity to see of the Boro tribe and the connection between all of this.
ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಆ ಬೋರೋ ಟ್ರೈಬು ಬಾಣಾಸುರನಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇವತ್ತು ತಿಳಿಯಿತು.
We found out that this Boro tribe, they are said to be the descendants of Banasura. They are related to him in some way.
ಯಾಕೆ ಬಾಣಾಸುರನ ಸಂತತಿ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ,
now is, why is the legacy of Banasura, he has the name Asura in the name, so there are no chances that he could be good, right? We don't think so. So we need to find out why this legacy is so important.
ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸಾಧಾರಣ 2300-2500 ವರ್ಷದ ಹಿಂದೆ ರಚಿತವಾದ ನಾಟ್ಯಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ, ಪ್ರಪಂಚದ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕಲಾಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಗ್ರಂಥ, ಅದು ಭರತ ಮುನಿ ಬರೆದದ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ನೃತ್ಯ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರುವಾಗ ಈ ಬಾಣಾಸುರನ ಮಗಳು ಉಷಯ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾಪ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ.
So when we look at this grantha, this treatise of Bharata Muni, which was written about 2300 to 2500 years ago, we see the
mention of Banasura in that grantha,
and specifically of his daughter who's Ushay.
ಭರತ ಮುನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನ ಗ್ರಂಥದ ಆರಂಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವನು ಈಶ್ವರನ ಹತ್ರ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ದೇವತೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ, ಈಶ್ವರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಆ ತನ್ನ ನೃತ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗವನ್ನು ಅವನು, ಆ ತಂಡು ಅಂತ ಅವನ ಗಣ, ಅವನ ಶಿಷ್ಯ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡಿ ತಂಡುಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು, ನೀನು ಇದನ್ನ ಭರತನಿಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡು, ಅದನ್ನ ಅವನು ಗ್ರಂಥ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ.
When this treatise begins, Bharata Muni says that all the deities, all the devas, they go request Shiva to, propagate his dance. And on this request, Shiva gives a part of this jnana of nritya to his student who is Tandu. And the agni or the order was that you go perform it and teach it to Bharata Muni and let him write about it.
ಈ ತಂಡುಗೆ ನಂದಿ ಅಂತಲೂ ಹೆಸರು.
Tandu is also known as ನಂದಿ.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಉಳಿದ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ನೃತ್ಯದ ಉಳಿದ ಪಾರ್ಟು ಯಾವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಪಾರ್ವತಿ ಈ ಶಿವನ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನೃತ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು ಮಾಡುವಂಥ ನೃತ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಕುಮಾರ ಅಥವಾ ಲಾಸ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಆ ರೀತಿಗೆ ಹೆಸರು.
So we know Shiva's Tandava very well, no? So the Shakti counterpart of this is called Sukumara or Lasya.
ಅವಳೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ಈ ಟೀಚಿಂಗನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬಾಣಾಸುರನ ಮಗಳು ಉಷೆಗೆ ಪಾಠ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅವಳು ಶಿಷ್ಯೆ, ಭಕ್ತೆ ಅವಳು.
So Ushe, who is Banasura's daughter, was a bhakte or a devotee of Devi Parvati. And when Parvati thinks about who is that one capable of learning this dance and propagating on it into the Bhumandala, to the universe, it was Ushe that she remembers and she gives that art form to.
ಈ ಲಾಸ್ಯ ಸುಕುಮಾರ ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ದಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್, those girls' movement, so delicate and beautiful and elegant also. It was very nice to see that. ಅದು ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಆ ಉಷೆಗೊಂದು ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾಳೆ, ನೀನು ಇದನ್ನು ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಹರಡು ಅಂತ. ಫ್ರಮ್ ಉಷೆ ಭರತ ಲರ್ನ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ he mentioned lasya type of dance and all those things. So to the greater India, this type of dance came from Usha. She got from it Parvati. Like ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಈಗ ವಿಷಯಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಈಗ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, the male people, youngsters, they are representing Tandava. I didn't see their dance today, but I have looked in YouTubes. They play skol and dances Brahmari, and these youngsters, girls, they are representing Lasya, They are both bhaktas. Now also they are singing Shiva songs. Now also they are Shiva devotees. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೊಂದು ವಿಷಯವನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಏನು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಮುಖ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು ಇವತ್ತು ನೃತ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಗಮನಿಸಿದ್ದು, 16ನೇ ಸೆಂಚುರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟು ಈ ತರಹದ ಒಂದು ನೃತ್ಯ, ಅನಿಬದ್ಧ ಅಂತ ನೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರೆಂದರೆ ಪಂಡರೀಕ ವಿಠಲ ಅಂತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದವನು. ಅವನು ಮುಘಲ್ ರಾಜ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಕ್ಬರ್ಗೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದವನು, ಕಲಾ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದವನು. ಅವನು ಈ ತರಹ ಒಂದು ನೃತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ.
So something that we connected today was that there was this writer, and he was also a minister in the Mughal Emperor Akbar's court. He was from Karnataka, and he wrote he was
called Akbariya Kalidasa.
He wrote a treatise where he mentions this dance,
this type of dance with Brahmari. It is called Jakkadi. Jakkadi means from Yaksha it came. Jakkadi. Adu Nepal, from Nepal it came, From Nepal itself it came, that dance type, a very simple dance, beautiful dance, that's all. ಈ ಪಾರ್ಶ್ವೋತ್ತರ ದೇಶ ಅಂತ, ಇರಾನ್ನವರು, ಆಫ್ಘಾನಿಸ್ತಾನದವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಹಳ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ನು ಬರೀತಾನೆ ಅದನ್ನು.
Those people who were tourists who used to visit from Iran, Afghanistan, all those
ಅಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಕಿಂಗ್ಸು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರೋ.
Yes.
It was greater India. It was all included in India on that time.
So they used to really like this dance form.
ಅದನ್ನು ಜಕ್ಕಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದು ಜಕ್ಕಡಿ ಟೈಪ್, ಧೃತಾಂಚಲ ಅಂತ, ಈ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇದನ್ನು ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಭ್ರಮರಿ ಬಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸುತ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಭ್ರಮರಿ ಈಸ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಟರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಭ್ರಮರಿ ಇನ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಡ್ಯಾನ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಜಕ್ಕಡಿ. Another form, the last form they done, last type of dance, they were clapping their hands and doing some footwork and handwork also. It was called rasa. From hand, what they ಈ ಚಪ್ಪಳೆ ತಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ the nritya was then called rasa nritya. It was also called charchari. When I have told Sir Minister, Honorable Minister, he made an important and a very intelligent question to me. He asked me, he told Banasura was Shiva devotee. How can it be Rasa? We cannot forget that Banasura's son-in-law was Krishna's grandson Aniruddha. First it was Halli Saka, Shiva dance. Then it has become Rasa. When Krishna era began, it converted into Rasa. Before that, it is called Halli Saka. There was so much formation told in Natya Shastra. They did a little, it is tribal, It is not very cultivated dance. It is a simple tribal dance. But from these dances, Shastrakara make it refined type of dance, and they use it. This is the origin. So it became Rasa, very important. In ancient time, it was called Halli Shaka. Bharata was also a Shaiva Panthi.
He was a devotee of Shiva.
Devotee of
He
Shiva
belonged to that
also. Yes.
group.
But then now it has become, Usha she is a Bana's daughter, but she came to Krishna's house. So she is connected, readily connected. She is a part of Krishna household. So if it is become a rasa, it is not
Mind scratching also. It is
yes.
not that boggling.
It is not astonishing also. Sarji made few more statements today, very important. ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅವ್ರ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ.
He actually talked to us about how people are starting to divide North India and South India and considering it two different parts, and we seem to constantly forget that at the end of the day it is all Bharatavarsha. It is India. It doesn't matter. It is
We're
not
connected.
Really, it is
one
not,
way or other.
In every way. All this is proof for the fact that we are connected. There was never really meant to be a divide at all. You should not be propagating this idea of people being separate by the regions they live in, especially at such a century where it is the most important that the people of the country band together. So this was a very beautiful mention when we talked to him about this Natya Shastra, and he talked about how she spread dance throughout the country, and not just one part of the country. She didn't say, no, I'm not going to choose South. Her job was that she was going to give that vidya to the entire part. And the importance of it, of this Punya Kshetra, is that it all started from here. It started with Shiva and Parvati living in the Himalayas. They found Usha. It all started here.
And Kamakhya, the birthplace, it is Srishti, place is Kamakhya. The center point of our earth is Kamakhya. It is in Assam, But Sri Vidya is all over India, not only India, it is also in China, Japan and whole other countries. It starts from here. In Mahabharata, Ramayana, all mentions Kamarupa. Yes. And another part, ಒಂದು ಉದಾಹರಣೆ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಅನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ವಿ ಸಾ ಭೇರಿ ಇನ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ ಡ್ರಮ್, Bheri mentioned in Vedas also. In whole India you can see Bheri. One or other thing, or temples, kings, in war. So many circumstances used Bheri Vadya. For Shubha, war, like it is much needed. And in whole India we can see that Vadya. And Veena is there in temple. We saw in Kamakhya also. It is in whole India. That is Veena. Yes. It is Fred. She is plucking, and you saw that Shilpa. In whole India you can see that Shilpa. Whole India. It is called in Sanskrita Alapini. In Karnataka, it is extinct now. In ancient time, not a very ancient, ancient was also there. In middle time also, era also. we called as Dandige. For Shruti Vasa, it is very essential. Dandige. Sanskrit, it is called Alapini. And another on instrument, Kahale. You know Kahale? Kahale, Gale.
I don't think they call it the
It is
same name.
the same name. Language is different, but the thing is same. A pipe, long
Oh,
pipe.
yes.
Yes, sir? What do you call it?
We call it pepa. Yeah.
Peppa. Oh, it is a long
Yeah.
instrument blowing. It is very important in temple music also, and also it was used as a Veera Kahani. When the king was won the victory, it was blown. So, and we can see Yogasana, Padmasana, and dances, sthanakas. Whole India you can see same thing. So, what Honorable Minister said from his heart, it is very much true. We can give examples for so many things about that.
Yeah, and actually, we need to talk about the music the Boro tribe played.
Yes, so very important thing is.
Yes, so us being from a Karnataka music, or more commonly known as Carnatic music background, we tried connecting the notes that they're playing to the ragas that are already there in our system. And we found out that the raga Durga was very similar.
In Hindustani, they called as Durga. In Karnataka music, we called as Shuddha Saveri.
So the
Sarima Pada Sada Pamarisa. It comes like
it all might so happen that we got that notes, we got that raga from the tribes, because at the end of the day, there are so many ragams or ragams is as we call it, or note formations. There are so many that we've received from and we've taken from all the tribes and all the music that was throughout India.
Yes.
So it might well as be that we've gotten it from here.
There was a Muni called Matanga. In 7th century, this temple was constructed in 7th century also. He wrote a great treatise called Deshi, Brihad Deshi. Deshi means tribal music, folk music. He wrote so many ragas about tribal ragas, tribal talas and all those things. So many ಅನೇಕ ರಾಗಗಳನ್ನು ಅನೇಕ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಿಂದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಅವನು. ಈ ರಾಗವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದಾನೆ. ಒಂದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅವರು ಭೂತಾನ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಭೂತಾನ್, ಎಸ್, ಭೂತಾನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ಭೂತಾನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಿಬೆಟ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಭೋಟ ದೇಶಸ್ ಇನ್ ಏನ್ಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಭೋಟ ರಾಗ ವಾಸ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಬೃಹದ್ದೇಶಿ. So these tribes, we don't know now. It came from this tribe, we don't know.
Might as well be, no? With Akhanda Bharata, it all coming from there. There's so many connections you can make with such important topics such as fine arts. You can talk about music, you can talk about dance, about Sri Vidya, any aspect,
cultural
topic,
aspects.
there is so much
dance,
you can study here.
So whole India is connected. That's what Sarji was mentioning. We were very happy. We also thought like that.
So
Now,
all this is just simple proof saying now there is a divide. Now we think north is different, south is different, northeast is different. Nothing is different. We're actually all one. We've adapted each other's culture. We've learned from each other.
yes, ancient time all was one. If now we have airplanes and all so many ಅನುಕೂಲಗಳು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ,
So many advantages
we have now, but still we are distant in mind. We can travel from 3 hours, we can come here from Bangalore, but the mindset is very it has become very distant. It is very shocking and
something we all have to learn. That
You mentioned the word ragam.
Yeah.
So in Bodo language also they have the similar word ragam.
Ah.
It means rhythm.
Oh.
They have many some languages, words that are connected.
Do they have something called talam?
No, I don't know much.
Okay.
Maybe
ರಾಗಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೋಲ್ ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯದ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Okay.
ರಾಗ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್
ಪ್ರಬಂಧ system.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಹೋಲ್ ಸಂಗೀತಕ್ಕೇನೆ ಅವ್ರು ರಾಗ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ರಾಗ. ಎಸ್ ಐ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್.
And again, the Veena you talked about.
Yes.
Veena. They're the one of the traditional music instrument they have. This is the same as the Veena.
Yes.
I think in the morning we saw there was this blind guy who was sitting, and I'm pretty sure he was singing some tribal form of music, and it was this very small version of probably like a santur. He had a
ಸಂತೂರ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದು
they had a metal
ತಂಬುರ ವೀಣಾ. ಎಸ್
he had a metal attachment, and the rest was made of wood. And he played so beautifully. He took only 4 notes, and he played a tune which is so beautiful.
In tribal music, they use only four swaras.
It's usually just 4 notes.
4 notes.
Swara is notes.
Yes.
So in Bodo, the instrument similar to the Veena, it is called Sirja.
Oh. Veena is in ancient time, any string instrument is called Veena.
Veena.
Now it is different, that's all.
And the Bodo people, they worship Pancha Mahabhuta, like this is very rooted in Sanatana.
Yes. Because the whole world is made up of that only. Whole universe is made up. It is very. When they danced today, I noticed in the dance the worshipping of Prakriti, the nature was there.
Yes.
That's the most important thing. All art forms exist because of that Prakriti. Art is a Prakriti. ಪ್ರಕೃತಿಯ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಆರಾಧನೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದೇ ಕಲೆ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕತೆನೇ ಕಲೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹರ್ಷವನ್ನು ಹಂಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದರ ಮೂಲಕ ಒಂದು ಭಕ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸೋದು, ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಅವರು ಫುಲ್ ಅದನ್ನು ತೋರಿಸಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಶೋಡ್ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಮರೂಪ is the land of elephants. Naga, and also they were called Naga means elephant, not only Sarpa. Naga means elephant. They were doing that dance also. I have noticed. I have.
She made a very beautiful statement in Kannada actually. She said, what is art if not the worship of those elements, if not the worship of Prakriti? That is what art is. That
is our God. Prakriti is our true God is Prakriti. From that we are dividing like all these things.
And you know that dance had such movements and of clapping, and they had movements that
the
they
second
formed
dance
groups
one
and danced. And I think that's a beautiful way of saying we're all connected to each other. You see, there was separate moments. Not please fall for that. Please be mindful enough to think about what other people are telling you. Do not fall for the propaganda where people are spreading saying, oh, probably Hinduism is not cool. And this is for those between the age of 16 to 25. That age group where you don't look at your dharma as cool or as hip or something like that. Realize what you have to personally gain, and you can genuinely this has so much to offer, and learn about it, talk about it, read about it, research about it. There's so much you can do with it.
I wanted to tell 2 things. One, I don't know if I can say or not. One, I can say that government should take initiative at a large scale to ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ದೀಸ್ ಟ್ರೈಬ್ಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮ. ದಟ್ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮ came from these people, It is living by, protected by these people only. So, and also governments concentrate on research people. Articles should be written. And dance forms should be propagated all through India. This dance form, I have again told you, Kathak is from that Jakkadi dance. Jakkadi dance resembles what they did today. The first dance was wholly what mentioned that in treatise Nartana Nirnaya.
Name is Bharat.
Oh, yes. So researchers should concentrate on this thing also. If it comes to YouTube and what somebody important person talks about it, researchers will all automatically notice, and they will write.
Like honey for a bee, or like a flower for a bee, right? Until that bee knows that flower is there, it cannot come and drink the nectar. So I think that message should spread about this place.
If I can say or not, no, I don't think, but simple I say, because I researched myself so many things in art field. So many tribes are extinct today, are in the danger of extinct. One is Gandharva. It is Gandharva people who were Gandharva music. They were created by Gandharva. It is Marga Sangita. They are extinct. All 10 or 15,000 people are living. That's all. Another is Yakha. That is Yaksha people. They are also becoming extinct. And Kinnara. In Kinnora land, they are Kinnara. These are all semi-gods. Now they have become not only tribal, Harijana, Girijana, they have become. It is a very saddening thing to note that all are converted, either Muslims or Christians. It's a dangerous and saddest thing to know when where you can see this thing, these important people's lifestyle, you can see in joshua.com. You have noted that?
Yes.
Please see what so many Tumba Janagala they have made so many research. Why? They want to convert. In Assam, your superest government, I say, because I am from Karnataka, I know what's the difficulties. You are protecting these tribes. I am very happy. I am very satisfied. When I requested minister, I not only mentioned, not requested to come and they perform. Immediately he obliged me and brought those people for me.
We were just talking to him about, Nata Shastra, and we spoke about, us doing research on, music and sculpture, music and dance, and her being a scholar. And he literally in front of us immediately made a phone call. We did not understand the language. He made a phone call that said, can you get these people? There is somebody who's very interested. One person mentioned about one little interest, and he took care of it and I think that's very special. And
so
him being a minister of health,
I think I am a Bhagyashali. That's all. You can understand Bhagyashali. Yes.
Yeah, and him being the minister of health and yet being so immersed in culture and in protecting culture, and he actually spoke to us about a lot of things that made us realize this is actually an intellectual man. This man has the capacity probably to be one of the leaders who can lead us and take actual care of the people.
He is a health minister,
Yeah.
but he is totally into art and culture.
And
I am
that
very
is
proud.
very, very important for not just a minister or not just one aspect of, culture minister should not just be taking care of culture. I think everybody who needs to be given that position needs to be culturally inclined. They need to understand that great country, has so much to offer, and it is our duty as representatives of these said people to make sure they get what they need. It is their duty to ensure that they deserve they get the recognition they deserve, they get the respect they deserve, and I think he's doing a wonderful job at it.
Yeah. I'm very proud and very happy.
I think finally that my country is so wonderful, it's literally the best in the world. It is unmatched. There is nothing else on this earth which probably has the same level of culture, tradition, beauty, take whatever aspect. Sports, my mom was mentioning sports to us when we talked to her. Such aspects. So
I request all over India, the researchers should come here and they research what's the beauty of Assam in Sri Vidya, instrument music, tribal music, classical dances, and so many Ayurveda plants are here, They should study so many things to study here, This Mother Earth is so rich. All should come and do research, and they should be blessed by this. I have known very little. Rudra means fire, Shiva is beautiful and very Shubha, a very good thing, auspicious. Shankara is like that also. Rudra is not like that. He is the fire. What fire? Jiva Shakti. If that Jiva Shakti is in our body, only it keeps us warm, Otherwise, we are dead. So what is the life? Mother gives our life. What is going in our prana? Prana is going. Prana is Rudra. Rudra worshipping is prana worshipping. Worshipping of prana, when you make that, so that we can live beautifully, healthily, richly. So, Jagat Prana is Rudra. What is the most unwanted thing is unnecessary in its life. He burns that. He is fire, When we need food, he will become the Vaishvanara, Agni. Whatever we eat, it burns in our body, the Vaishvanara, Agni. It becomes prana. So Rudra Aradhana is prana Aradhana. Without prana, we cannot live.
I think this yagna, it is this important. First, they're not doing it for personal gain.
Yes.
Nobody involved in this is doing it for any sort of personal gain. They're doing it for Loka Kalyana. They're doing it for the welfare of this Loka and all the people living in it. That is also that is the intention of doing this yagna.
Prarthana, they are doing prarthana of that. All should live happily.
And when you do such a yagna, you worship all forces of nature. There is a worship of Ganapati, there is worship of Devi, there is of course worship of him. And when you talk about Atirudra Mahayaga, what is involved is the chanting of this Rudra mantra thousands of times.
16,000 times.
16,000 times.
Yes. It is called Atirudra.
And so many learned people, Brahmins, are sitting here and chanting the Rudra from the morning to the night. You wake up with that, you go to sleep with that. You wake up with that, you listen to Sangeeta, you pray, and then you go to sleep. That is the entire aspect of it. 1. 2, it is open to the public. Anybody who just wants to have a darshan of Lord Shiva can come here and do so. And you don't have to pay rupee, and of course they're giving you annadanam, they're giving food to so many people here, and of course that you can talk hours and hours of the work they're doing in the temple, and how beautifully they've preserved all the sculpture and all. They've created a small museum next to it, and instead of throwing all that away, they've preserved it. And she was telling me how important it is for the future and how important it is for historians to, in the future, to learn about it. It's a 7th century temple. Who knows how many are remaining? The greatness of that temple is unmatched. So when something like this is conducted, probably you can talk about it for hours and hours, and it can go on. We can give you a list of all the qualities it is good for. But yeah, sorry.
It is important that mantra chanting, sound is an energy, isn't it? If a soldiers marches on a bridge, it will fall down. They don't march on bridges because the sound effect is much more and much more. It can break that bridge. So sound has that much energy. When it can bring you down also. If it is karkasha, that is cacophonics, we cannot hear. We should not hear that. It is very dangerous to our health. But the Rudra chanting, it cleanses the whole area. We cannot, namak shakti illa adana kelake kivige.
We don't have the energy.
Energy alla. Capacity to hear that. But universe hears it. It will become Shuddha. Without evil, we cannot see, but evil energy is also there. It cannot stay here. It should go. It cannot stay when Rudra is chanting, So the whole environment becomes pure energy. When the Homa things put in Homa, it is not fire, Homa Agni it is called. Whatever they make offerings to devatas, whatever things they put to Homa, it also cleanses the environment. Ozone layer is protected from Homa Agni. So whatever our ancients done for earth, these things, all were good. It protected environment and mindset of human beings. Not only humans, sarve jana sukhino bhavantu. Not jana only. Jana means sarva prani sukhino bhavantu. All should live peacefully. Animal and human beings, it protects. Dharmikate. Dharmikate ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು? Religious. Dharmikate means religion. Religious things made us rich in mentality. That's the important. When our mentality is healthier, we live peacefully, helpfully, not bothered to do so many worst possible things. We cannot do that. We should with dharma. We should be within Sanatana dharma. We have thanked enough to Krishna Prasad ji, Hebar ji. He brought us here. We should be thankful for that. I want to bring my brother also. I think that it is very important. I like that.
More importantly, she forgot to mention how big of a scholar she is. She won't do it. She's one of the biggest musicologist researchers and scholars.
No, not that.
And she's written countless articles about music, connecting various aspects of music and dance to music and dance, music and scripture, music and sculptures, music and tribes, and all of this music and land music that has come from other parts. She's read a lot, and I think we're blessed. I am blessed personally to be her granddaughter.